Welcome to the Windows channel, and this is a quick look at another interesting statistic for the month of May 2017, and it's the browser market share. So once again, this comes from NetStats, net market share, sorry, and they are, of course, looking at browsers when you visit government websites and commercial websites, so they can actually see the statistics of what browser is being used the most. So interesting, of course, the domination of Chrome, and it's been dominating for a while. So it's interesting because we got a full year of the progression of how things are actually going on. So if you look at Chrome, 50.9% July of 2016. Well, it's not a full year though, but July 2016, 50.9%. We're at 59.3 in May, so pretty much unchanged. That 0.3% is within the margin of error of these statistics. So, but almost a good 9% increase, 8 to 9% increase in several months. So, kind of interesting to see Chrome dominating. It's interesting to see Internet Explorer decline. Look at that, 29.6% in July of last year. It's now at 17.55%. This one has declined, and it's continuing its decline. And not forgetting that with Windows 10, Internet Explorer is kind of pushed aside. Also, the fact that Internet Explorer is not being updated really, except for security patches. So it's less and less of an interesting browser to use, basically. Also, Firefox, which has increased its market share here. It's interesting to see that Firefox was only 8.1% in July of 2016. They've managed to go up to 12%. So basically, we're losing on Internet Explorer side, but it's the loss here is pretty much, part of it is probably going to Firefox and part of it going to Chrome. So it's very interesting to see that they have been able to move up to 12%. And it's going to be interesting to look at next year for Firefox, because if they've been able to climb a little bit, even though they had a peak in December, maybe they can do better. It's very difficult. And this week in my news bulletin, I was talking about how there's a little fight at Mozilla where the ex-CEO says, "Well, no, Firefox is a goner," and of course the team there saying, no, Firefox, you need to try Firefox. Google Chrome is really dominating too much. Interesting to see this, and it's interesting to see Firefox and Internet Explorer once dominating, and now it's Chrome. So it shows that things can change really fast. Microsoft Edge, pretty much stable. Look at that, 5.61, 5.62, and 5.63%. We can't really call that a increase in usage, I can tell you that. And if you look over July 2016 to now, moved from 5.1 to 5.6, close to the margin of error. It's barely being used more than it was a year ago. And then there's Safari that's declining in usage, because even in the Mac side, people are using Chrome instead of Safari. So it's kind of interesting to see that also. The Safari not being used that much. And other, well, that includes Vivaldi, Opera, and all of these other browsers. They're counting for less than 2%, or about 2% of the usage. So there's not a lot of people using them. So it's kind of cool to see these stats. And I'm a big Edge user, so I'm in that 5 point something percent. But I do use Chrome a little bit for YouTube purposes and in Gmail accounts. And but I gotta say that Internet Explorer, I haven't touched Internet Explorer in quite a while, I think. Firefox, I use it a little bit, once again, for purposes of YouTube, since I've instead of having different accounts on the same browser, always switching, I actually use all these browsers except for Safari here, and each one has a specific account that I use. I even use Opera with my shortwave radio account. So it's kind of interesting to see all of that, and to see the dominance of Chrome. And will somebody be able to challenge Chrome at some point? kind of interesting. But everything can change. If you look at Internet Explorer, it was above 50% at some point a couple of years ago, and then it started its slow decline, with Firefox dominating a little bit, and then Chrome coming to really, really dominate. Really, really interesting to see all of that. I still remember, when Chrome first came out and Google was pushing it really hard with these little toolbars and pop-ups of, hey, install Chrome, install Chrome. And I remember thinking, well, we don't, what the hell, another browser again, But I never thought it would dominate at this point. So what do you think about these browsers and the domination that they have, like Chrome, and what do you think, and what do you use as your favorite browser? If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. Thank you for watching.